Welcome, Prowl Nation. Lunchtime Detroit Lions talk coming at you. It's brought to you by the Detroit Lions on the Prowl and the Belly Up Sports Network. The Dan plan is giving us some hope. The cuts have come in, just trickling in here and there. We'll give you our thoughts on that. But first, I got to bring in the main man, my man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
What up, dude? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Hey, you know what you got to do. Join the family. Be a part of Proud Nation. Click the like button. Subscribe to the channel. You know, join the movement to 10,000 people.
Yes.
But first, I got to bring in my main man, the third man of the crew, LL Cool Tawrence.
What's up, everybody? Good morning and great day, Proud Nation.
Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
Detroit Lions talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Welcome back to the show, people, and I'm going to kick it off with my main man, Curt.
All right, so yesterday you had some cuts and some people waived on the roster. You had Brashard Marion, who was released. Brashard, you know, he couldn't keep that pyramid name going on in the Motor City. Mike Ford was waived as well. You have waived injured. You have Tyrell Crosby and Dan Skipper were both waived.
Nate Gilligan.
Waived injured. Right. So, of course, you have more players released. Elijah Holder, the safety of Evan Heim, which was the offensive guard. Victor Bolden. You had Damian Radley, which is a guy who most people were high on because of the fact that John Dorsey, quote unquote, no pun intended, endorsed him. And then you had Miles Brown, which is not a surprise. We knew he was a camp body anyway. And so those are the guys who were let go from the Lions yesterday. They're not going to be in Motown this season. So let's really kind of talk about it. Now, with the wave injured guys, if they clear waivers and they're not signed by another team, they're not picked up, they can actually revert to IR. So we can keep those guys on the roster if they clear waivers, and we can just bring those guys back. But the downside of that is that another team can't pick them up. So What do you think about these? I mean, any surprises for you, Jim? I mean,
I think the surprise is Mike Ford. I think everybody thought he was going to make the roster, and some people had him starting in the slot. But I think AJ Parker and a couple other people really kind of took that away from him. You know, I don't know. There could be some underlying cause, but I'm going to say this. I think the Dan plan is working because his plan, and he said this, he wanted to go young and develop these guys and make them kind of all grow up together type of thing. And I really believe in that. You can get your veterans later, in a lot of cases. We already have a lot of veterans on the team, but we're not wasting roster spots on people that are 75 years old and can't run the ball anymore. Or, I mean, we've been doing that every year. AP and not the AP was awful, but there was other people that were just terrible that we kept on the roster. Like Garrett Blunt, there was that guy that he never even made the roster or something. We got him from the Rams. I bet.
You talking about? Oh man, he was out in
the running
Denver.
Back.
Yeah, he was out in Denver for a while, and he didn't even make it
there. But I mean, we always do that. We're always bringing in these old guys and that type of thing. And Dan Campbell's like, nope. And I got an interesting thing on Tyrell Crosby. Dan Campbell didn't like how he played. He said that in his press conference. He said
that's a true statement. In that game, he didn't play very well out there at left tackle.
He said he wasn't the best he's seen. So I think that cutting him was a legit cut. I don't think they want him to come back waived injured or whatever. I think that's a legit goodbye. And that's something from the previous roster again. And I think he's trying to make this his own team.
Right.
As much as he possibly can. We're getting rid of we're trimming the fat. And there's more fat to be trimmed. What do you think, LL?
Whenever anybody say trim the fat, have you ever seen Norbit?
Yeah.
Please don't trim that fat. But Yeah, I mean it's it's necessary, and Dan Campbell did say there won't be some names around that you may think will be, and I thought Terrell Crosby might be one of them. I thought he was gonna be fighting for a starting spot, but injuries and other things kept him from doing that. But now I'm whatever. If this is about the Dan plan, I'm okay with it. It's gonna be necessary cuts. You gotta break some eggs and make some omelets. So I guess if we want a championship omelet, these are some of the eggs that's got to be broke.
Okay. Now here's my take on Mike Ford, right? So I want you to think about this. I kind of thought Mike Ford was in trouble when they moved him to the outside.
Hmm.
Think
That's a good
about
point.
it. His whole camp, he was in the slot. He was in the nickel. He was in the nickel. He was in the nickel. AJ Parker stepped up. Okay, we're gonna move you to that. We're gonna play you behind AJ Parker. Now we're gonna move you to the outside. Moving people around, to me, for some
Trying to
reason,
find a fit.
that's not that's not a good thing when you have to move position to position. Because they're trying to, like you said, they're trying to find a position for you, and if you're not up to it, they're gonna move on from you. The Terrell Crosby thing, this regime is definitely one of those things where availability is the best ability. So if you can't get on the field, and you're even if you get on the field, you're not playing up to snuff.
Yeah.
You're gone.
You're
You're
out.
gone. And Crosby
Ain't got
struggled.
time. Gotta go, Mr. Ho.
Yeah, Crosby struggled against the Colts in the preseason game on Friday. So I know he's a fan favorite. I know his teammates love him. However, common space, when it's time to go, it is time to go. So that's our cuts. We covered the cuts yesterday. We got tons to come today. And I heard an interesting take. They said they didn't have a lot of people who were going to be clamoring for a lot of the people that we cut. So today is going to be the day we cut and get back guys on the practice squad. So that's why a lot of cuts
Kurt,
didn't happen yesterday.
Yeah. Is it Tavai Tuesday? Or
oh man, I hope so. I hope so.
That's something we got. We're gonna coin this on this show. It's Tavai Tuesday.
Jimmy John's him out of town. 30 minutes he gone.
Man,
but
I like the kid. Nothing personally against him.
It's not personal.
Of course.
I don't want him to. He's going to be out of a job, but he just doesn't fit in Detroit.
Right. I heard he's on the trade block right now.
That's more so my disappointment. Yeah. I thought he was, I thought he would show up or
actually think of this. I got two destinations for you.
Mm-hmm.
New England and Miami.
You know what? Yeah. He may fit in those systems because they definitely play a similar system.
If you could get me
he thrived in his first
7th round pick and maybe a Happy Meal, I'd be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Just a Happy Meal, I'll be okay.
Man, I ain't got that, man. You give me 2-for-1 double cheeseburger. I'm straight. Happy Meal come with a toy. I don't even need a toy.
If I get the toy, I'm good.
I don't need a toy.
That's the sweetener in the deal right there.
Yeah, definitely. But Hector, if you like the content, hey, do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and ring the notification bell so you know when you're getting fresh content from us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. My man Jim, what's your family discussion topic for today?
Well, we've told you how we feel about the cuts and all this stuff, and we're not in panic mode by any means, as you can see. But how do you feel about these cuts? Put it down in the comments below, and we'll choose 6 of them to be our comment cards for tomorrow morning.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? Before we move on, Dan Campbell said one more thing yesterday, and I was like, yes. He said, this ain't going to be the Lions 53-man roster. We're going to be active on the waiver wire. So it's going to be some more moves coming up.
Yes.
So what's your news and rumors topic, my man?
I've got a deal on Logan Stenberg. Number one, he avoided major injury, and Dan Campbell kind of let it slip, I think, that he's going to be on this 53 because he said, yeah, he'll be in practice this week. If he's getting cut, I don't think he's going to be a practice.
I don't think he let it slip. He just told her.
He just told the truth. Logan Stenberg, for me, has stepped up. He has done what the regime has asked him to do, and don't be real surprised if he's working towards that starting job and takes it from Vaitai at some point this year.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know what? Though? you had the two guys right coming into this season who were bubble guys. You had Logan Stenberg and you had Jelani Tavai. Hey,
One way, one
Stenberg
the
ate his
other.
case.
Yeah, right.
And
One step up and
Devon
one step
Buster's
back.
got the bubble burst on him because that dude has not shown up. I mean, he's physically there, but
he had like a
everything else
quarterback
is
hit or
not
something
there.
last game.
Yeah,
He found the quarterback by
that
mistake.
ain't
I mean,
gonna
I'm kidding, not by mistake.
I mean, but you just look at the overall. I mean, and I like the kid, like we said, but he ain't gonna.
But Stenberg's problem always has been his bend.
Yeah,
and,
I think
and
he
more
fixed
at the
that.
knees. And it looks like they've worked with him over this year. And I don't know. Hey, last year they couldn't work with him at all. He never even seen the field last year. And now all of a sudden the new regime comes in, the new coaching staff, and Hank Fraley, who's been here and knows the kid.
Yeah.
And the new strength and conditioning people, the new sports science department may have had a hand in this, but they've really helped Logan Stenberg out. That dude is a mauler in the run game. And if he can get his pass pro right, he actually could be a very good, if not great, guard in this league.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what though? And I have to give credit where credit is due. He had to work on some stuff by himself.
Oh yeah,
he had to get himself, working in the off season, because you just can't fix that stuff, doing it, in the building. You have to work on it on your own. And I think he did a wonderful job of getting that stuff fixed. And like I said, Hank Fraley is the best addition to the coaching staff that we kept.
Right.
Because he was out the door to Pittsburgh and we talked him into coming back. I love that move by the staff.
The other thing with Logan Stenberg himself has said he doesn't want to just start. He wants to be great. And he's putting in the work. You can see that he is improving. His pad level's lower. He's not perfect. I mean, he's not. But Big V isn't either. Big V's like a statue.
I mean, nobody's perfect, but
well, except Curt. Other than him, no, I'm just messing. I'm messing around.
No.
I don't want to put it out there like that, but
I mess up on this show all the time.
We all do. We all do. Well, hey, if you like the content here, please give this a little thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. It helps us on our march to 10,000 subscribers. We've had a very good showing. You guys have showed up and showed out on these videos. We really appreciate each and every one of you. But now we have my main man Curt. His news and rumors topics coming up now.
Man, and I'm gonna have to give a shout out to Luke G, because he didn't have to do old boy like this, but Bob Wojnarowski, who is a Lions columnist, my man went out there on cyberspace on Twitter and said that, the Colts lost their left tackle for the season with an injury, and said, why don't we offer up Taylor Decker to the Indianapolis Colts? We're gonna have a down year, so just get rid of your best, one of the best offensive tackles in the league, and just hand him over to the Colts. And Luke G was like, what, are you crazy? This guy's a building block. He's still young. I mean, he's still in his 20s. I think he's 28 is Taylor Decker. I mean, the guy's still young. I mean, you look at him, he's built himself into one of the best offensive tackles in the league, especially a left tackle. He got that contract extension, and he played well since he's got that contract extension. He hasn't done what
he's played really well.
Most people get their money, they get their paycheck, and they start digressing. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't done that. He started ascending and making himself one of the best offensive tackles, especially left tackles in the league.
And he's a leader as well.
And I'm just not for, and I know that, we're rebuilding right now. We can get a little younger and we can just slide Penei Sewell over to the left side where he is. I know some people are making that case, and, but I don't think that's going to be I don't think it's going to be an option. You know why? Because we just cut Terrell Crosby.
Yeah, that doesn't help. But we could be picking more people up. And here's my take.
We'll see. I know Jim has an interesting take on this.
I do. I'm going to say this old wrestling thing. I'm going to go way back to the $1 Million Man. Everybody's got a price. It depends on what the price is. If they're willing to give up a first round pick here, or a couple of, first for them, maybe 2 years, you were having 3 first round picks for 2 years. I mean, I'm not saying they would, but I mean, they're in a situation that if they think they're going to be making a push, they may go crazy. We may get quite a few things. We might get some things out of that. And we would move Sewell over to his natural position. They do say he's struggling on the right side. So if he moved to the left side, we kick Big V out to the tackle position, and we move up Logan Stenberg at that guard. I'm not saying it's a great offensive line like we would have had, but look at the picks. Look at the draft capital we could get out of this move. Now, is it crazy? Yeah, probably so. Is it going to happen? No, hell no. But that was just a take on the opposite side, so you could kind of see where that might go.
Yeah.
Maybe not now, but I don't think that statement was completely, was factless or baseless or whatever the term is.
Mm-hmm.
Because, let's say if we are, we see this all the time, teams that are supposed to be, or maybe they haven't met their expectations by a certain point in the season and they have a fire sale, or they let go what somebody may want for a good price. So I like Taylor Decker. Yeah, he's one of them. I like Taylor Decker. But if that was a deal that were to come through the wire from Indy, and it was like a really good deal, like maybe I don't know if they would do all that, but a couple ones or something like that. Yeah, I would make that trade. I don't know if Taylor Decker is that great or even gonna be that great. I like him, whatever, but we could do better, and that could help us do better. But I'm not so sure that moving Penei Sewell would be the answer. I like him at right tackle. I don't necessarily know of the struggles. I know what they say he's struggling at, but I ain't really.
He's more of a natural left tackle, so it would be like trying to write with your opposite hand, basically.
I think he played like a right tackle to me. You know what I'm saying? Just he's more like forward going. He don't really. And
but it's more about hand
really
placement.
Watch Oregon either.
Really, it's more about the hand placement, the punch, you're stepping off the opposite leg. So he played left tackle for quite a while in college. So it's like, it is kind of learning stuff over.
I mean, he was only in college for what, 2 years?
Yeah,
a year. Well, yeah, 2 and only played 1. So I mean, I don't.
But they say he's struggling, and I'm like, he's 20 years old. This kid's going to be fine. I mean,
right.
But
and he's been doing this as a professional. You know what I'm saying? At least in these type of settings for a month now, a month and a half. Or, you know what I'm saying? Not that long. So give him some time. I like him at right tackle.
And speaking of this, right? And people were like, "Oh man, if he's there, we got to go out. We got to get a pass catcher, Jamar Chase." You know what I'm saying? The dude has had 5 targets in Cincinnati and he dropped 4 of them. So he's not Penei Sewell is not the only rookie.
He has the Abronian
rookie
flu
that's struggling right now.
When I seen that, I thought I didn't. I'm like, what? Like, it's pretty. I'm thinking like, he just dropped. And then I seen. I don't know if I seen a headline. Yeah, I don't know if I seen a headline or whatever, but it was they were asking, can they fix Jamar Chase? And I said, I guess it's really happening now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no. I say all that to say we don't need him.
Yeah, just like, but I'm saying, but to my point is that Penei Sewell is not the only big name rookie that's struggling right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's absolutely true. And he's young. And here's the thing: if we did kick him over to left, and I think he would be fine there, to be quite honest with you. We do not expect them as a panel. I don't think we expect them to win more than 5 to 7 games this year. If that's the case, and we have 3 first-round draft picks,
LL said 10.
LL said 10. You know what?
He said 10.
I apologize. I'm sorry. But no, if you think about it, you're going to get 3 first-round draft picks if that goes through. 3? Holy cow! And with Brad Holmes. Oh man, that's tempting.
Because we could go ahead.
We can trade, and because that's just not picks. That we as people that we will pick in the draft. That's trade capital and everything. So I get what you're saying,
but I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
And we'll have more. We'll have more to go out and get a player like Deshaun Watson.
Oh
yeah, Deshaun.
I don't know about that.
I don't want so. And to hit this situation, I don't think Watson that's going to be in the league this year. I think, to be honest with you, I don't think he actually plays a snap this year.
They said he's going to get traded really soon. That's the news coming out.
If he gets traded, he's going to Miami.
If they sit him, if they don't play him this year, it'll be I don't know how to, not to be insensitive, because I believe women and believe whatever they in these scenarios you got to believe them. But I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, Because to me, and this is just what I see, and I'm not saying he did anything because his innocence until proven guilty. I'm not taking
Right.
sides for
Exactly.
the ladies, or I'm not taking care of Deshaun Watson's side, but I can see him ending up on that commissioner's exempt list until this situation gets cleared up. I
Mm,
can,
And
I
I
can just see
feel
that.
like
that makes
if they
sense.
do, and that's what if he were to get into a situation like that, it'll probably be doing it almost be as a favor to him. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
well, we can't figure this out, so
Kind of like
you
that
know,
Trevor Bauer
take it.
thing out there
You ain't
in
got to worry
baseball.
about, you know.
Yeah,
So,
we're just gonna make sure that we don't have to worry about anything. You go and deal with that, and then when it's finished, then either you're gonna get suspended, or if you're exonerated, then you can come back and play. But I can just see that happening. Hey, if you like this content, like the channel, hey, subscribe to the channel, be a part of Prowl Nation, baby, because you know how we do it right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. My man LL, what is your news and rumors topic for today?
well, the headline said, "Why not us?" Quarterback Jared Goff expects Detroit Lions to win the NFC North this fall. I thought I was the only one, honestly. I'm picking them to get into the NFC Championship game this year.
Wow.
You know, that's the best case scenario. Let me say that part. But yeah, no, NFC Championship game. And you know, we talked about it last week that we are the most bet team to make the playoffs this year. So why not us?
Why not us? Because we don't have enough talent. I'm sorry, that's why not us.
You know
what? Though? I love the Lions, and don't get me wrong, I would never, ever, ever root for the Lions to lose. I would never.
Well,
in my
I have
wildest
before.
dreams, I would never.
I would in a
always-
last game if we could get like 2-3 spots up.
I'm not even
would.
doing that. I'll
or
never.
I just let it lay.
I
you know?
always want them to win. So I would take a win is a win for me. But I just don't see it. But hey, if Jared Goff says why not us, hey, I'm gonna roll with my quarterback. Hey,
That's a leader.
He's
Right.
QB1 in Detroit. So, hey, I'm riding with 16 on this one.
I'm riding with 16-2 on this one, and why not us? You know what?
Yeah.
It's happened to other teams. Other teams, things just came together. They didn't have a great defense, or they didn't have a great all the pieces or whatever. Just something clicked. People overachieved.
Get hot at
The rookies played better than expected. The coaching staff was better than expected. All these things. It could happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, worst to first. Could it happen? We weren't worse.
It happened.
So guess not.
I don't know if it's worse to first, but
I think the Bears were
it's-
worse. No, they were
in
better.
the
Every
North.
year.
It is in NFC North is the worst of first.
No, I was gonna say I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a stat out there.
What's worse
It's like every year 4 teams that didn't make the playoffs make the playoffs next year, and then of course 4 teams that did make the playoffs don't make the playoffs. But what I was saying was I didn't know if it was 4 teams go from worst to first is what I was saying. But
I don't think so.
We have an extra game this year, and also they had an extra playoff spot that they opened up, last year, I think it was. And you know what? It could happen. Do I think it will? I think the Vikings have a better team than us, and I think Green Bay has a better team than us. And we're going to struggle against Baltimore. We're going to struggle against Cleveland, Pittsburgh. There's some tough games out there. There's a tough schedule out there, and we're a young team, a young coaching staff with all new stuff, so it may take time for the offensive line to gel. It may take time for the running game to start up. I mean, so could it happen? Yes. Do I totally 100% believe that? No, not really.
Nah.
Just me.
If you like this content, you know what you got to do, baby. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Get down with Prowl Nation. We're on that march to 10,000. So go ahead and be a part of the movement. So go ahead and join the family. Subscribe to that channel, baby. Now it's time to go over and check out what you had to say about yesterday's show. My man Jim is up first. Who you got?
I got Alex Haggerty. He says, I think that Mills and Igobike will be the cuts, as I think they're the least to get picked up by another team and can make it to the practice squad. That makes sense. Mills, I think both guys will pass through waivers. I believe that too, and they could be stuffed on the practice squad. But how many running backs do you keep on the practice squad? That's my question.
Brian Tangen says, I can't say that Campbell's plan of treating veteran starters with kid gloves is good until we see the first few games. If they are rusty and missing plays, then it might have been bad. If they play good from the start, then it was a great decision. Thanks for the comment, Brian. I mean, number one, of course, we got to wait to see with anything. But is it just because it's Dan Campbell, or is it, it's got to be that. That's because nobody questions if Sean McVay said Matt Stafford won't see a preseason snap however many years ago, and it was before the injury when Adrian Peterson wouldn't play in the preseason. Like, that's just how I thought that's how it went. Like, it's certain players you don't even want them to. You take this one out. You know what I'm saying? We practice harder. We practice hard enough. You were good enough. You don't gotta be out there.
Right.
Ask Baltimore how they feel about J.K. Dobbins.
Oh, yeah,
right.
That's a good one. And as I was going to say, if they're rusty and missing plays, well, at least they're out there, not out for the season.
All right, Crimson Shadow.
Peace to J.K., man.
Yeah, I'm saying shout out to J.K. Dobbins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Crimson Shadow 94 says if anybody should know how useless preseason wins are, it's Dan Campbell. Being from the 08 Lions went 4-0 in the preseason. Yep, he was on that roster, so he knows that the preseason champs mean absolutely nothing.
Yes,
that's an important detail.
Yep. He was on that roster.
So now I trust his thoughts or his plan for preseason even more, because he already know that it super don't matter, because he was there when it, we won it all and then we didn't win anything. So
preseason champs.
Preseason champs me absolutely squat.
Doug Prince 72 says so. Basing the answers today, basing the answer today's question off national perceptions for Detroit. If we beat the 49ers, we got lucky. The 49ers made the wrong QB choice. If we lose, Dan Campbell sucks. My personal opinion is I'd like to have seen Goff get in rhythm, but I like entertaining the season when healthy. LOL, because we said that a lot. The when healthy thing. I understand what you're saying. Dan Campbell is kind of in a no-win situation. I think the Lions always are too. If the Lions win, it's always, well, the other team didn't do enough to win. The other team made the bad choice on the quarterback, blah, 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 blah. It's never credit to Detroit for beating the team. And it will never be Dan Campbell gets credit for out coaching the other coach. It'll always be, the Lions got to win, but.
It's W's and L's in the column, and T's, but ain't no C's, ain't no credit. So I don't care. Give it, the win is enough credit. We beat you.
A W.
Dub is a dub.
Hopefully your knees gonna be hurting because they got bit a few times. So
that's what
I'm just expecting this team to go in and beat people up, man.
Yeah.
Arthur Holloway says, I agree with you guys so much. I keep saying it's a method to their madness. Thank you. I agree, Arthur Holloway, 100%, especially since Curt, reminded me that he was there. He was there to, the worst season that we've had in my lifetime. So yeah. I'm with you.
Now I am honored to read this comment. It's D. Begley says, Lions fan since 1955. What?
Whoa.
Have mercy, sweet Jesus.
Whoa.
Boy, you've seen everything and then some. Been a fan that long. You've seen championships and you've seen the worst of the worst. Hey, thank you for tuning in, checking out this show, and making a comment. Because if you've been a Lions fan that long, you've been around for so much of this world, man. You know what I'm saying, in history. I don't think that if the Dan plan worked, I don't know that I'm holding out more hope for him than I ever did for the group that fired Caldwell and hired Fat Matt. At least this group sounds like they will be okay in 2 years instead of going backwards. And yes, it will take 2 years.
I agree.
Wow, I think that we've said that a few times on this show. It's going to take a couple years to get this thing right. But hey, I appreciate that comment, and thank you for being a Lions fan since '55, baby. Hey, that is
total salute, man.
Salute to you.
That's amazing, dude.
Hey, if you like this,
that's a new. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Elo.
Oh no, that's he has new context to seen it all, because he's literally with the Lions. He's seen it all.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you like this content? You know what we got to do. Click the like button, hit the share button. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel, and we appreciate that. We're on that march to 10,000, and you're gonna help us out by doing that.
Yeah, totally. Thank you guys, everybody
Mhm.
that's showed up and showed out, and all the stuff that we have going on the Detroit Lions on the Prowl website, and the Matthew Ferguson who's writing for us and does an excellent job. You have to go see that content up there at Detroit Lions on the prowl.com. Now we come to my favorite part of the show. It is the dessert with my man Curt.
Hey, Dessert with your man Curt is brought to you by Delightful Bites Cookie Company. Hey, they got custom desserts for any occasion. You got cakes, but you got the cookies. Is off the chain, baby. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. And today I want to send here from the panel, we're sending our heart thought prayers to the Gulf Coast down there to Louisiana.
Yes.
For all that destruction that's happening down there with that natural disaster Ida. It's like Katrina 2.0 down there in a lot of areas. So our thoughts and prayers are out to the Gulf Coast down there, man. We wish you well, be safe, and we hope that you can recover here soon, but thoughts and prayers out to there. Be safe. And for those who people who've lost a loved one or anything like that during that storm, our thoughts and prayers are with you, and our condolences to your family.
For sure. Final thoughts today. I've got to go back to the Dan plan, and what I'm seeing in this regime is hope. And I know a lot of people are negative and Sewell ain't playing well, and we should have got somebody else, and blah 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 blah. The kid is 20 years old, going up against veterans. I mean, he's not going to be perfect because he's a rookie. Look at Derek Barnes, absolute stud at linebacker. That dude is going to be man in the middle for years to come. And you know what Dan Campbell said in the draft when he called that guy? You're going to be man in my middle for years to come. And now you see it. You see the guy play. Melon Famu, he's a little bit of a project, but I think he's going to be really great. I'll tell you the truth. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the same thing. We have a great draft this year. We also have 11 picks next year. So, and we're going to have a lot more money because they didn't waste a lot of money on bringing in big name people that ain't going to do anything for our team. You're building it the right way. We're building in the trenches. Aleem McNeil, Levi Onwuzurike. We are going to have a very, very good team and a contending team in a couple of years. So everybody, don't think it's hopium. It's not. It's the truth.
I'm gonna expound on the Dessert with Curt. Both sides of my family is from the Gulf area, and the East Coast. So shout out to everybody down there. Be safe. From all I know, my family's safe. So if you guys are out there, just keep your eyes open. If you have any, I wish I had the information right in front of me, but you can. There's a lot of resources out there if you need help. Please just check Facebook, check Twitter. Reach out. Be safe, and love y'all.
Hey. My final thoughts for today's show is some, like Dan Campbell said, some guys who you thought were gonna be here are not. So hey, he speaks proof to power. That guy tells it like it is. He keeps it 1,000. So, and we saw that with the first round of cuts. Tyrell Crosby, Mike Ford. These guys are kind of fan favorites. So, but when it's time to leave, you know what I'm saying? You cut the lights out, and thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night. So, they had to ride out. So, but good luck to those guys. You know what I'm saying? Every guy that got released by the Lions yesterday, good luck in your future endeavors, and I hope you find success in your career down the line. Hey, you know who we are, baby. It's time to go over and check out the Wall of Fame, because we got to do that before we get out of here. All right, so coming up on that Wall of Fame, we definitely have our bronze members. We have Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion, the Latino Leo, Brian Stover, Bo Gagrius, Justin, my favorite beer, 10K, Say Sarat Roberts. We have Sub Z Trap City Boys Entertainment. We got Mr. Scotty, the Bear. You know what I'm saying? More power, Scotty. You know what I'm saying? Crystal Wiley,
me up, Scotty.
Bubba Blow, Bubba Bo. We have John Kapler, Art Allen, David Anderson, and the Flintstone. You know who it is, Jim Bo G. What up, though? Silver members, we have Noma's Jade, Jason Otters, Jason Porter's Cap Ice Cold, the Batman of the 313, flashing that bat signal all over Motown. We have John Martin. F5 is in the building. The tornado is blowing through. And we have Go Lions. All right, for our gold members, we have Michael Huck. Just in the D, Larry McQuiston, Turner C. Burley. Prayers are still out to Turner C. Burley. Lost his mom recently, so sad. So our condolences out to you, big fella over there. And just keep grinding, my dude. You're gonna be all right. All right, you have Dominic Davis. We have Bob Karofsky. We have Pride 74. We got the resident writer-in-chief, Matthew Ferguson, Randall Flagg 606, Miles Gibbs, Randy Pritz, the Grit Iron Blitz, the big fella, rough and raw North End Ken is always in the building. And the Dr. Detroit is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the Join Now button in the description or the Detroit Lions on the Prowl logo at the bottom of the screen.
And tomorrow we're going to have the members only meeting, the gold members meeting. It happens at 3:00. And if you're not a gold member yet and you want to meet me and some of the staff here, then we'll join now, hit the join now button, get the information, become a gold member, go for the gold, and we will see you in that Zoom meeting. So it's a lot of fun.
Definitely. Hey, you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And go over and check out my man, Matthew Ferguson. Like Jim said, he does a great job of writing some good articles over there on DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. While you're over there on that site, click the link for LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. My man Jim got on his Lions Prowl family shirt on, Lions on the Prowl family shirt. I got the kneecap biters on today. You know how we do it. Got to bite them kneecaps, baby. You know what Dan Campbell said. On the way down, we're gonna bite them kneecaps. And get yourself some gear over there. The Hawkamania shirts come on over there as well. You don't get one. And we got a new shirts coming to you real soon. We're gonna have that Boss Up shirt coming to you real soon. It's coming, baby.
Me and Kurt got a collab on that one.
You gotta get. We're gonna provide you that daily motivation for you. You know how we do it every day at the end of the show. While you're on the internet, because you're on the internet watching us right now over on YouTube, you might as well go over and check out bellyupsports.com. You can check out the show over there. You can check out the video or the audio versions over there as well. Of course, it's on many platforms for the audio version of the show on podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, whatever your favorite podcast platform is, it's generally over there. And you can go over to Spreaker.com and check us out over there as well. And Billy Up Sports has your fantasy news and content for you right there. All the cheat sheets and everything you want to get over there for your fantasy football drafts is over there on BellyUpSports.com. Get yourself some Lions gear. Like I'm wearing a fresh lid because
you're gonna get them anyway. Might as well get them from us,
tight, baby. Might as well go over to the link in the description and go to fanatics.com. Hey, a portion of the proceeds from that link will help us grow the content on this show. And while you're, you got a little hunger, you need a snack, go over to Delightful Bites and get your cookie on. The link is in the description as well. Hey, it's Tuesday. It's grinded out day. So grind it out. The week's starting out good. Check in with us and you can hang out and, just be part of the Prowl Nation. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join the March to 10,000.
It's Tavai Tuesday. Do it again.
Taco Tuesday.
It's Taco Tavai Tuesday.
It's Taco Tuesday. And down here in the South, man, we got 2-piece Tuesday at Popeyes. You get 2 pieces of chicken for $1.97. I don't know, man. You might want to go check that out. You know what I'm saying? So you know how we do it. So 2-piece Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, whatever it is, you know what you guys do. You know what I'm saying? Get those crumbs off your face, finish your drink, and get back to work, baby. And whatever you do in life, you know what you got to do. You got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Jim, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.